Hello friends, welcome to English Universe. Today, I have a very important lesson for you. And guess what? We are going to learn from something that happened recently, the Trump versus Zelenskyy clash. Yes, you heard it right. There was a big conversation, a big argument, and guess what? Trump completely dominated it. He was confident, strong, and powerful in his words. And poor Zelenskyy? He was struggling. He couldn't express his points properly. He tried, but his English was weak. His words didn't have power. And what happened? He lost. He couldn't stand up to Trump in the conversation. And this, my friends, is why learning English is so important. If you don't know English well, if you can't speak fluently, you will be sidelined, ignored, and even defeated in arguments, meetings, and public speaking. Today, I will show you why you must learn English and what will happen if you don't. Stay with me till the end, because this lesson is going to change your life. Now imagine this. You are in a big meeting at work. Your boss is there. Your colleagues are there. You have a great idea, a brilliant idea. But there is one problem. You can't explain it properly in English. You try, but your words don't come out right. You struggle. You feel nervous. And then someone else, someone who speaks English confidently, takes over. He explains the idea better. He sounds strong, smart, and clear. And guess what? He gets all the credit. You had the idea, but because you couldn't express it in English, you got left behind. Now, let's go back to the Trump-Zelenskyy conversation. Trump was using strong words, confident expressions. He knew exactly what to say and how to say it. His English was clear, powerful, and full of energy. But Zelenskyy? He hesitated. He struggled to find the right words. He couldn't counter Trump's arguments properly. And what happens when you don't speak clearly and confidently? You lose. That's exactly what happened. This is why learning English is not just an option. It's a necessity. If you want to succeed in life, you need to speak English well. If you don't, you will lose in debates, you will lose in meetings, and you will lose in opportunities. You will be ignored. You will be sidelined. Think about world leaders. Think about CEOs, successful business people, great public speakers. What do they all have in common? They speak English fluently. Because English is not just a language. It's power. It's the language of business, of leadership, of success. Imagine you are in a debate. You have strong points, great ideas, but you can't express them clearly. The other person, who knows English well, speaks with confidence, uses the right words, makes strong arguments. Who will win? Of course, the one who speaks better English. Because in an argument, confidence matters. Words are weapons. And if your English is weak, your words are weak. Now let's talk about public speaking. Have you ever been in a situation where you wanted to speak in front of people, but you felt nervous? Your hands were shaking, your voice was low, and your words were all over the place? Why does this happen? Because you are not confident in your English. But imagine this. If you knew English well, if you had practiced, if you could speak fluently, you would be confident. You would stand tall. You would speak with power. People would listen to you. People would respect you. But if you don't learn English, this will not happen. You will always feel nervous in meetings. You will always be afraid to speak in public. You will always feel left out. And let me tell you something. The world will not wait for you. The world moves fast. And if you don't improve, if you don't learn English, you will be left behind. Look at successful people. They are not always the smartest. They are not always the best. But they know how to communicate. They know how to use English to win arguments, to give great speeches, to impress people. And this is why they succeed. Now let's talk about social situations. Imagine you are at a party, a conference, or a networking event. You meet important people. They start talking in English. And you just stand there, silent, feeling awkward. You want to say something, but your English is weak. You don't know the right words. And what happens? You miss an opportunity. People don't notice you. They talk to someone else. You feel ignored. And let's talk about job interviews. You go for an interview. The interviewer asks you questions in English. You know the answers, but you can't say them properly. You struggle. You hesitate. You look nervous. And then the interviewer looks at the next candidate. He speaks English confidently. He answers smoothly. Who will get the job? Of course, the confident one. And you? You lose another opportunity. Now tell me, do you want this to happen to you? Do you want to be like Zelenskyy, struggling in conversations, losing arguments, feeling weak in discussions? Or do you want to be like Trump, confident, strong, winning every conversation? The choice is yours. If you want to succeed, if you want power, if you want respect, you must learn English. There is no other way. English is the language of business, leadership, and global success. And if you don't learn it, you will be out. So what should you do now? Start practicing. Speak every day. Watch English videos. Listen to English podcasts. Read English books. And most importantly, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Because mistakes are part of learning. But if you never try, if you never practice, you will never improve. Remember, every great speaker was once a beginner. Even Trump, even world leaders, they all practiced. They all learned. And you can too. But you have to start today. Tell me in the comments, do you want to be like Trump, confident in English, or like Zelenskyy, struggling in conversations? If you are serious about learning English, like this video and subscribe to English Universe because I will help you become a strong, confident English speaker. And remember, learn English or you're out. See you in the next video. Bye.